Good morning, stage three. This week for your reading task, we are moving on to a new focus on reading strategy. Last week we looked at visualizing, and this week we are looking at summarizing. So a summary is a shortened version of a text or a paragraph that you're reading. It is where you draw out the main points in the text and paraphrase or write it into your own words. It is a mixture of reducing a long text to flatten it or combine it into a shorter version with less words. Okay, and you need to select the relevant information that will still enable you to understand the meaning of what's being portrayed in the text. So there's no point summarizing a text if you're not taking those key concepts or those main ideas and then shortening it, but you just can't understand what it's saying. So you need to ensure that you are still maintaining the meaning when you are summarizing a text. So a good summary shows that you've understood the text, therefore improving your comprehension, which at the end of the day is what our focus on reading strategies are for, to allow you to have a good and solid understanding of what it is that you are reading. So having a look here, these are some steps that you can follow to ensure that you are summarizing correctly. So number one is to read the text carefully and make sure you understand the question that is being asked. Number two, looking for those key words in the question, and I would either highlight or underline those, and they're going to be your key ideas or your key points that you need to go back to. So they're the most important ideas. Number three, you're going to locate information within the text. Number four, decide what information is important and how it is connected. So you need to really think about, why is this sentence important? Why do I need to keep it when I'm summarizing or paraphrase it? Or are there some words in there that I just can cut out and it won't change the meaning entirely of what is being said? Number five, leave out any unnecessary words or information that you don't need, and just remember to keep those really important ones, otherwise that meaning will get lost. And number six, consider all possible answers to make your own decision. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go scroll down. And I've got here the source of information, and I've got just a little example for you. It's a pretty small one. I didn't want to do a huge paragraph. I thought we'd start off small. So we've got a source here of information, which I'm going to read out loud to you guys. And then we've got a shortened version, or a summary, a summary of that text. So I'm going to read the source out loud to you guys, and then I'm going to read to you the summary that has been written. So the amphibia, which is the animal class to which our frogs and toads belong, were the first animals to crawl from the sea and inhabit the earth. Okay, so I've pulled out what the key points are. We've had a look here. What are the key points from that text? So we obviously know that we need to use the word amphibia because that is the subject or the noun of the sentence that we are saying. So that's really important that we need to keep that there. If we take that away, the whole meaning of that paragraph is going to be lost for the reader who might read your summary. So you need to make sure there's someone who hasn't read that text read your summary. None of that meaning is lost. So we're going to keep amphibia in there. So our summary reads, the first animals to leave the sea and live on dry land were the amphibia. Okay, so they've taken the words frogs and toads away because they come under the category of amphibia. All right, so they have summarized that paragraph there into their own version and paraphrased it, meaning changed the words so that it is easier for you to understand. I know we talk about paraphrasing a lot, especially when we're looking up information on the internet. It's really important that you look at the source of information that you're using on the internet and not to just copy someone else's writing straight away, because that might not be in your own words or your own terms that you might be able to understand easily. So this is why summarizing is super important, because it allows you to have a better understanding and write in your words exactly what that text might mean. So I'm going to jump over to our slides for today. And this is a text that you are going to read out loud or in your head in a second. And I would ideally like you to read it twice, because the first time when you're reading a text, you might spend a lot of time trying to work out what some of the words are saying, sounding them out, or it might be a little stagnated in when you're reading out loud. So it's really important to read it through twice. So the second time you become really fluent and you have a better understanding of the words that you're actually reading. So I want you to read that through twice. And then on the next slide here, I've got 4 little boxes and kind of a little mind map here. And your job is to flick back and forth. And I want you to point out or summarize 4 key points from that text which are important to help make the meaning of that text, okay? And I want you to type them into each of these boxes. I don't want you to copy them word for word. I want you to paraphrase them into your own words or writing. All right, good luck, guys.